Turning 40 hit me hard. My life wasn't where I thought it would be by now. After 4 years in Hawaii, I moved back to the Bay Area, feeling uncertain about everything. I needed space to figure out what's next. So I took a 52-hour Amtrak train from Emeryville to Chicago, hoping that the slowness might give me some clarity. And then in Chicago, I wandered. No plans, no checklists, just time to be and reflect. And what I found during those slow days surprised me. 3 powerful lessons about starting over that I want to share with you. Lesson 1. The waiting season feels barren, but there is hope. I spent a lot of time walking through the parks of Evanston and Chicago. I'm really thankful to be out and just creating content, vlogging and doing what I do. Yeah. I passed rows of bare trees. It was early April, so there were no leaves, no blossoms, just skeletal branches reaching up. But the sky was clear and blue, the air was crisp, and you could feel it. Spring was coming. This imagery hit me hard. Just had a thought about my life. Things happen in seasons, and these trees look bare, but all the signs around indicate that they are going to bloom soon, that the leaves will come out. The sun is out, it's shining, there's blue skies. Sometimes our life is like that. Like things on the outside seem really bare and desolate, but growth is ready to happen and soon spring will come and the flowers will be out. So I just think that's kind of an analogy for my life as well. At least I hope so. Ooh. Just because something looks barren doesn't mean growth isn't on its way. And I remind myself to hold on to this truth about my own life, that even in this season of transition, growth is quietly happening and the bloom is just around the corner. So I'm walking around Lincoln Park now, and I would like to say that I know I'm wearing skinny jeans, and skinny jeans are not in style, but I did not have to wear jeans or pants for 4 years when I was in Hawaii. When I left for Hawaii in 2020, skinny jeans were still style. Came back in 2025, they're no longer style. Don't come at me, I'm just trying to make it in this world, okay? Okay, now moving on to the next lesson. Lesson 2, when you're on the right path, signs will appear. Turning 40 felt like a milestone, so I set an aspirational goal for myself, a project I call 40 for 40. I interview 40 people during my 40th year in a video series called Stories of Starting Over. I talk with people who've also started over to hear their stories and learn from them. Now, I've always been passionate about elevating others' voices, so for my 40th birthday, I gave myself the chance to go all in. I want to connect with others walking this path. That's part of why I came to Chicago. I hope to meet and interview someone I truly admire. And it turns out, the timing aligned. The day before our interview, I was sitting with my friend Sonia, sharing how I was feeling. It's really cool because actually tomorrow I'm going to meet a business mentor of mine who lives in Chicago. It's just someone I really, really admire, and just her faith, her business acumen. There's those people that I feel like, oh, if I could just meet them, like my life would be complete. You know, like, do you ever feel that way about certain people? You'd be like, if I could just meet them, that would be the coolest thing in the world. But anyway, this person also creates videos or like has a platform and has like 1 million followers. So maybe that's why I'm in Chicago. I loved our time together. And during the end of our interview and conversation, my mentor told me something that stuck. Any final words that you have, either you want to share with the audience or you want to share with me?
One, Joanna, I just love you. No, I really mean that. You've got a gift. I've always told you I believe your gift is in storytelling. If you just focus up authentically as that person that you are, and you really use those gifts God's given you, like this is you using those gifts, because you've always said, I love storytelling and I love bringing the story out of people. I believe that there's nothing you can do. I believe that you can be traveling all over the world doing this, but you really got to believe it. And you've got to not allow what anyone may say or think, or any past failures or what you may think as a failure. Don't let any of that ever stop you. But you really, really are good at what you do. When you're in this mode,
Thank you.
When you're in this mode, you just light up. So don't doubt yourself.
You know, those words really stuck with me. And sometimes all it takes is that one voice of encouragement to remind you that you are exactly where you need to be. Lesson 3, slow travel showed me what I want in this next season. On the train ride and while walking around Chicago, I realized something important. As I travel and elevate other stories this year, I want to do so with intention. And to do that, I need two things. First, community. I traveled with Sonia, a friend from Hawaii, and that made all the difference. When we were in Chicago, we stayed with friends she knew from living there for 7 years. That gave me a chance to experience local life, something I truly enjoy. And even though Sonia and I spent most days doing our own thing, we came back together in the evening, sharing reflections and creative energy. Sonia and I have had a lot of conversations just about what we're passionate about, our purpose, our creative pursuits. It's nice to have someone to bounce those ideas off of and to just be around people who are also living intentionally and in purpose. And I think that's what I really am seeking in this season. Just as I continue to go down this road of wanting to elevate other people's stories and being an excellent storyteller, wanting to surround myself with talent and people who inspire me, not only in their skills, but how they live their life. After working in Silicon Valley for 10 years and then becoming an online entrepreneur, sometimes it feels like success is all about formulas and numbers, and I have to fit into that box. But maybe at my core, I'm a creative. I never saw myself as a creative person, but maybe I always have been. And maybe that's something I'm discovering in this next season. And the second thing I need in this season is a story to tell. I no longer feel the need to chase world wonders or visit beautiful Instagrammable sites. I'm so glad I did that in my 20s and 30s. But now I want to chase stories. Stories of starting over, stories of redemption, stories of hope. That's the wonder I want to explore. I want to keep becoming a better storyteller. So in this next season, I'll chase stories. I'll tell my own, and I'll elevate the voices of others. So here's the truth. I thought I was in Chicago just to escape life for a bit. But slow travel reminded me that even in the waiting, there is hope. There is purpose in the connections we make, and starting over just isn't about where you're going. It's about who you become along the way.
You're stepping into your own skin. I love seeing that about you. You're stepping into your actual self. So good job on that.
Thank you. So at 40, I don't have it all figured out. And we'll see what's to come. Though life isn't about having all the answers. It's about staying open to new chapters, trusting God's love and plan for your life, and as always, standing tall in who you are. Yo man, that's dangerous. Out on the streets in Chicago, leaving my phone and tripod, that's what I do for content. There's a mouse in this Airbnb in Chicago. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, I do need to use the restroom, so, mouse, here, mouse, here, this way. Mouse, here, mouse. No, this way. Oh, wrong way. Oh God, oh dear, oh jeez. Okay, what are we gonna do about this?